Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new episode of Doctor Who that dropped at midnight. This episode is entitled Boom, and it is written by Stephen Moffat. Of course, Stephen Moffat was the previous showrunner, two showrunners back now, and he hasn't written for the show since 2017. Um, and this definitely feels like a Moffat script. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. It's very well written in the fact that the concept is good, sure. You know, the Doctor stands on a landmine, so he can't really move. He can't do the actions that he normally would. He can't get stuck in and sort of go and solve these problems for himself. He has to be not just still, but he has to be calm. And I found that tenseness really exciting during the episode. And there's lots of moments of sort of problem solving, counterweights and those sort of discussions and stuff like that that I thought really made this episode straight from the off tense and exciting and made it a really, really fun watch. So far, I think this is my favourite Shooty performance. There's lots of little sort of speeches that he has that maybe not be on the levels of other speeches that Moffat has written. I think they're probably, some of the sort of low-key speeches, but some of the lines of dialogue, like the one in the trailer about, I will shatter this silly little battlefield into dust and stuff like that is so Doctor coded. It's so adrenaline filled and very exciting, and I love that. Not excluding the Christmas special, we've had two episodes that were touching on the comedic, and they weren't particularly serious. This feels like the first script he's been given that has that kick, that drive, those speeches that make the Doctor, and he carries them off extremely well. There's also a series of side characters that I think are very well developed in the episode. That I was very surprised to see our next companion, I suppose, that'll be appearing later on. I don't know whether they're going to be playing the same part. Personally, I wouldn't want that to be the case. I feel like that character's set. I would much rather that we had a new character, a sort of historical character, I think would be nice. But as for the other side characters, she's probably the least important. The father figure character is pretty solid and sort of is the driving force behind the episode, which leads to a conclusion that is quite satisfying. There's something about the way that Moffat writes kids, though, still, that really freaks me out and reminds me of Forest of the Night. That kid was maybe not irritating some of the others, but I just felt like they were a bit silly. I did find it slightly frustrating that the momentum that we had from the start kind of dwindled slightly, because at one point Ruby sticks her head as she falls over directly next to the bomb, and I think it should have gone off now. This should be the parameters of what we understand about this bomb. It should have gone off. The danger that is presented to us doesn't feel quite as sustained throughout the entire episode. I think that's a fair point to make, but once again, just really enjoyed it, really enjoyed Shooty, really enjoyed the concept and the conclusion to the story. Absolutely gorgeous episode once again. I think probably the best looking story so far. And that is my review of Boom. I haven't got a great deal to really say about it. There's nothing really that feels like I can sink my teeth into it and talk about its sort of themes and its, complicated moments. But I feel like we're going towards the more of a family friendly, maybe a slightly more kiddie audience. And because we're aiming towards kids a little bit more, it's not going to be as taxing. We're not going to go into laws and stuff like that, which I would then talk about here. I don't think it's a bad thing, of course, but it just means I have slightly shorter reviews. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy my review. I will be back next week reviewing 43 yards. Or is it 73 yards? I think it's 73 yards, isn't it? Which looks very, very frightening and feels like Ruby's going to be left on her own this time. It's exciting once again. I'm really looking forward to what the rest of the series holds. And that momentum for me, I know it hasn't done for everyone, but the momentum of who is Ruby, the element of the snow and sort of things like that, I find very interesting. I feel like it's a bit of a mystery box that is being set up, that the reveal of it when it's actually exposed to us what's going on might not be as thrilling as all of these ideas that are coming up. But you could also make the same argument for the Missy arc and whether it is able to have that payoff, but I'm sure we will find out as we go through the episodes. But I'm really enjoying this series so far, I'm looking forward to next week, and just being able to sit there and watch Doctor Who. And now that I've got sort of like the world slightly more, when I was sitting there, I got straight back into it, and I got to see new scenes, new episodes, new adventures with the TARDIS team that I'm really enjoying. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe. If you're new, I shall be back soon. Goodbye.